Hey there. I'm Chris Schweigel, CEO and founder of Infinite Skies. Now, we're a pretty cool company because we help you make more money and live a better life with performance psychology. And today, what we're going to do is we are going to peek behind the curtain a little bit about the new STARS course that is launching tomorrow. And so that's pretty exciting stuff. Really hoping that this can leave a big impact and impact a lot of people out there. The response so far has been really, really positive, which I'm excited about because this course is all about impact. It's all about a response to how do I get rid of analysis paralysis? How do I get rid of chasing shiny objects? How do I get crystal clear on what I do day to day, who I am, build up my confidence, learn networking, and face rejection daily? So, this course is for entrepreneurs, people who are out there trying to make something out of nothing, who fail forward. An entrepreneur's job is to make mistakes, lick wounds, and get back on the horse. Also, this course is for anyone who has a lot of stress in their life, who's facing burnout, who's afraid to make a change or transition in their life. This course is for you because it's going to have you investigate all of your limiting beliefs, and you get to pick and choose which ones you keep and which ones you get rid of. It's pretty awesome. And last, this is for anyone who's looking to make a change, looking to transition, looking to level up in their life. I'm a strong believer in the psychology of be, do, have. In order for you to have something, we all want to have more. You've got to do more, but it doesn't stop there. It's not about strategies and tactics, it's about being more. And so this course really is unlike anything you've ever seen before. It's a culmination of 11 different psychological theories, kind of put together into some sort of a pot, and like a witch's brew was created. And I've got to say that this wasn't done with Chat GPT. This wasn't done overnight. This wasn't a template I stole from your favorite creator. Shout out to Ryan Musselman. This is blood, sweat, tears experience of being in the room, of training my gut. If you haven't noticed, I'm excited but also a little exhausted today. And I just noticed as I was going live on the screen here, I've got some woolliness going on. And not only that, I think some grays popped in this week. But I can't be mad. I'm just super stoked that they're here, that they're along for the ride, and that they would choose me of all the bearded faces in the world. How cool is that? So before we peek back the curtain here and peel that back and let you take a look inside the course, I want to let you know how this was created. So when I was in high school, I was super interested in the naughty kids, essentially, like the kids who went to the principal's office every week. And I thought, like, why, like, what's with those kids? Why is my life, who has two parents, and live in like a, lower middle income house, like, how come I'm way different than these guys? And so I was interested in that. So I started taking psychology courses in high school. And then I got a degree in child psychology. I got a degree in psychology, like big kid psychology. Then I got a master's in social work. I have a MSW, a BA, a BS. Yeah. I'm licensed. I'm a licensed independent clinical social worker. I'm a licensed therapist. If that's not good enough, I'm also a licensed assisted living director. So this isn't Chat GPT. This is 19 years after school of me working with kids on probation. This is me leading groups with kids who have been abused by their parents. This is me leading groups and finding housing for people who have been addicted to drugs and alcohol for a long time. This is me helping people get connected to resources that help them out. But not only in my professional life, don't let all the degrees fool you. I didn't make money at all, like in my day job, which is how I got into real estate investing and creating businesses. And so 11 years ago, I also dove off the deep end like you did. And so I know that being an entrepreneur is all about overcoming rejection. It's all about keeping going and keeping your mindset focused despite all sorts of noise, distractions, with good intentions, sure. Everyone on LinkedIn, everyone on Instagram, everyone on Facebook, well, maybe Facebook, wants you to succeed. And they want to give you all their templates and their playbooks. But a lot of it is noise because it doesn't pertain to you. And so this course is different because this course is all about you. This isn't take my playbook. You don't have to overcome kidney disease. You don't have to learn how to buy a duplex when you're living in a friend's basement den at age 33. You don't have to figure out how to quit a job when you don't have other jobs lined up. That was my story. This course is intended to help you develop your story. So let's get into it. All right, I'm going to share my screen here. Does anyone else have like way too many tabs open? Oh, no, just me. Okay, cool. So here we are inside the course. So the special launch price over the next 4 days until noon on Sunday is going to be $397, which is awesome because my typical clients in 2023 grew their revenue, grew their take-home pay by 35%. But what I found is people wanted access to a system that will help them do this process, this kind of framework that I've created called STARS, in a way that they can do from their own living room, that doesn't take as much time and is more affordable. So after this launch, it's going to be $797. But because you're here right now, and this isn't about me making money, this is about an impact on you, it's going to be $397. And in fact, if you listen to this and make it to the end and you type in the code LIVE40, so when you go to buy the course at stars.infiniteskies.life, or it's all around my featured or on my banner or whatever on LinkedIn, you can find it wherever you go if you click on my name or whatever. So if you go there and you buy the course, you type in LIVE40, you're going to get 40% off the already 50% off price. And I just want to prove to you that this isn't about me getting rich. That's already like, I'm good. So like, I want to impact you because I got curious about psychology because I wanted to impact the naughty kids. And I've been doing that for 20 years. And now what I want to do is I want to help the smart kids. That's you. So welcome. So once you're inside the course, you're going to notice that there's an introduction. All of these chapters are going to look the same, and you're going to not see the next chapter until you go through and take a look at this. And so, hey there, welcome to the STAR framework. Sorry, I should mute this. And so you're going to be able to look at the video, and you won't be able to jump ahead because we're going through a specific map, a navigation framework, blueprint, whatever you want to call it. There's a set way of doing this. And I found this out through 19 years of doing work. So looking at the screen, that's a good looking guy. Well, this guy shaved and probably showered within the past week, which is, hey, way to go, kid. So you're going to find that each chapter is going to have a video, and it's going to tell you a little bit about an activity, a little bit about kind of where we're going here on the road. And then when you're done watching that, you're going to come down here and you're going to see the key outcomes. Ooh, this is cool about chapter 1. You're going to go through every single, or you have the choice to, I guess. You don't have to. Maybe you're not a super geeky psychology kid like me, but we're going to go through every single one of these theories that we use. And if you want to learn a little bit more about it, cool. You can go back, and we've linked up the Wikipedia page so you can learn more about that particular theory if you want to learn more about it. Existential psychology. Yeah, if you want to go down a rabbit hole, go there. Positive psychology, that's better. That's like what the psychology of stuff that makes us feel gratitude and joyful. That might be better for you. Terror management theory, if you're nasty. So you're going to find down here a little quote that I found that I like quotes and I think they're fun. I think it's kind of a nice way to kind of remember or encapsulate the concept into a really short, easy to consume way. And so I've got one for you each here. This is kind of cop out on my part. I'm having you watch a Brené and Simon Sinek video in the beginning. This is where you're going to find the activities and then a little something about the science. So in this chapter, you're going to see just the STARS method. This is the introduction. Next, once you're done with that, you'll notice that you can click on chapter 2, part 1. Who are you? And so what you're going to do here is you're going to see what you're going to learn right here. Let me get that going.
Hey there.
And you're going to see the chapter for me. And how long is this one? 3.5 minutes. So these chapters are not long. And I'm thinking it's going to take you, well, the feedback I've gotten so far is if you've got time to just set aside, this will probably take you 4, 5, maybe 6 hours to go through. Maybe 2 hours of it are video, and the rest are going to be activities that you do. So you can take as much time as you want to fill this out. It's your course. You can do it or not. But what I'm saying is if you were to set aside a day, I think you can get this done in 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours time. And that's the hard part. How do you take 19 years of experience? How do you take all sorts of different theories, whittle them down to 11, and the best practices and the best things that's going to help you the most without making it a 5-day event? And so that was my challenge, which is why we're launching now at the half off price, getting a bunch of feedback. We might be tweaking this and launching it later. Who knows? But this is the absolute best we can right now. I estimated that I've been putting about 517 hours was my tally on my post-it note this morning into this course. And so this is a labor of love I'm pouring out for you so that I can impact you and your family and your business, because your business impacts other people's families and so on and so on, and this spreads. So this is a ripple effect, or butterfly effect. This is some sort of effect I'm going for here. So again, you'll see a video from me. Here's the key takeaways. Here's the science behind it, and you can learn a little bit more about social identity theory. One of my favorites. I love Erik Erikson. That was like one of my first loves of psychology. When you get behind like a theory, is like, oh, cool. We go through these developmental stages in our life, and so what's important to you now wasn't then, and what will be important to you 10, 20 years from now isn't now. So I think that's really fascinating, and I'm so happy to be sharing this with you. So next you'll see the gingerbread activity. So there's a little snippet here, instructions, and then you can go ahead and click on there, and then you're going to download my gingerbread man, and then you can do that gingerbread activity on your own time. And when you're done, then you just go on to the next chapter. So the next, and you'll just keep doing that until you're done. So this chapter, what do you believe? And you'll go through and see the key takeaways. And then you'll go to the next one. And we'll keep doing this until we get through an entire journey. So first what we do is we look at who you are currently. That's the gingerbread man. And then we look at how you became to be you. And that's by going through on the past and filling out some forms, thinking about who was influential to you. What were the important events of your life? How did you learn how life happened? How did those beliefs, whether you call them limiting or not, be instilled inside you? We're going to take a look at all those things, because I'm guessing that the same obstacles that you're facing right now in your business and in your life are the exact same beliefs you had when you were 12 or 13 years old. Fear of rejection, fear of humiliation, fear of being ostracized, people looking at you and saying, oh, you're bad, you're no good. And so what we do when we're grown-ups is that manifests into it's got to be perfect before I publish it. I don't want to get rejected, so I'm not going to sell. I'm not going to create this new idea. I know that it's bad or it might not go perfectly right away at the beginning. These are the same exact beliefs that you had when you were an adolescent. And so the next part here, this chapter 3, is all about figuring out which one of those beliefs you want to choose and which one you want to say, let's leave that one in the past, buddy. So we've got some key takeaways here. More science. There's always going to be the science behind it. And another worksheet here. And then you go on to chapter 3, the events that shaped you. We're still in your past right now. So we're looking at your past from every single which way and angle. We're looking to dig up and uncover all the beliefs, good or bad, that you've carried with you from childhood. And then you have a moment, you have the opportunity to say, I'm going to keep this one. Let's chuck that one. Healing the past here is where all that past comes together and you write a letter to your 10-year-old self. I've heard that this is probably the most, that one and the funeral are probably the most, oh, here we are in the funeral. This is kind of the juice here, the nitty gritty. Healing the past, writing a letter to your 10-year-old self, and planning your funeral are probably 1 and 2 for the most impactful exercises. And trust me, you're going to want to run. You're going to want to not do this. In fact, I know that because that's exactly what you've been doing for decades, is running from this. And I'm saying, here's an exact pathway. Set a timer for a few hours. Face it. The next time you sit at your desk, you're going to be a new person. You're going to have new capabilities. You're going to think about life and who you are differently. This isn't something that you just chisel off. No. This is something where you've got to put on your swim cap and you've got to dive in head first. So here we are, going into the future, planning your funeral. Next, after that, what we're going to do, we're going to look at the pillow question. Today is the last day you put your head on the pillow. What's got to get done? Who needs to get called? Next, we'll look beyond that. You've now passed away. 20, 25, 50 years have gone by. There's nothing left of you but your legacy. What's that going to be? Let's determine that now so that you can start manifesting it while you still have time. Let's cut through the noise and separate the junk from priorities. Typically, what you're going to find here is people. Who cares about stuff? It's memories, it's experiences, it's people. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what happens with your spiritual life, what happens with your soul. The time when no one remembers you. What are you going to do? And we bring it all back here to the present time. When we label your limiting beliefs and how they've changed, honor your power, we actively look at your new capacity. Ooh, I'm not going to hit that bonus. You were born an original. Don't die a copy. I love that. So thank you for joining me on this sneak peek. Remember, when you're buying the course, save yourself some dough. Type in live, LIVE 40, live 40. Get yourself 40% off. Hey, go get yourself a cheesesteak on me or something like that. So thank you for joining me on this course. This is really important for me to put this out into the world, to show the capabilities that I have and the power that I have, that I can share with you is what I'm trying to say. This isn't a selfish act on my part. I'm just trying to help you out. And I want to help you out with your psychology. Now, I know what you're going to do. You're going to think like, oh, that's cool. And then you're going to keep scrolling and you're going to look at the next template or a way to optimize your profile or the next sales strategy or tactic. Maybe join another course or another mastermind because it's easier. I am challenging you to do what's hard. I'm challenging you to dig inside your psyche to help you out. Again, 2023, my clients made 35% more money after working with me. I'm not saying that this course can do that, but you got to think having more confidence, knowing how to network, being able to tell your story, being authentic, being laser focused, crystal clear, knowing exactly who you are and who you aren't. I don't think you're going to lose no on this. This is going to be a pretty good investment. So I hope to see you in there. And thank you so much for giving me the gift of sharing this with you. Take care.